Watch. A good right to the body by Mariano. He says he would have remained in baseball, but his arm went sour.
A fighter cannot be saved by the bell as the big right hand lands.
I'll tell you what, the crowd thought that Mike was hurt. This might have been a good shot.
A combination by Holyfield.
Welcome, fight fans, to another thrilling episode on Play Plus TV. Today we will talk about legendary people who dominated the sport of boxing throughout its history. It is common to refer to boxing as the sweet science, and the sport has a long and illustrious history that is replete with renowned boxers who have left an indelible impact on the sport. The ability of a boxer to throw knockout punches is one of the aspects that captivates audiences and determines the legacy of a boxer. Certain pugilists have earned the moniker of knockout kings during the course of their careers by displaying striking powers that are unsurpassed in terms of force, precision, and timing. Number 10. Mike Tyson. It was in the middle of the 1980s when Mike Tyson made his debut in the world of boxing like a force of nature. Having received training from Cus D'Amato, Tyson was able to mix speed, head movement, and raw power, which led to a string of knockouts that were both swift and savage. By the time he was 20 years old, he had already established himself as the youngest heavyweight champion in the history of the sport. This marked the beginning of his reign of terror in the heavyweight division. Tyson's ability to dispatch opponents, frequently inside the opening few rounds of a fight, demonstrated an unrivaled degree of ferocity and precision. On the other hand, Tyson's career was not without its share of controversies and failures, including the catastrophic defeat he suffered at the hands of Buster Douglas in the year 1990. There is no doubt that during Tyson's peak, he was without a doubt one of the most feared knockout monarchs in the history of boxing. This is despite the fact that his later years were filled with conflicts. Number 9. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was not only interesting and moved in a captivating way, but he was also exceptional in many other ways. Throughout his career, the Louisville Lip was able to make strategic use of his powerful right hand, which he possessed. One of the most contentious and legendary moments in boxing history is his knockout victory over Sonny Liston in their first fight. This triumph, which is commonly known as the Phantom Punch, continues to be popular. Ali was able to knock out opponents not only because of his raw strength, but also because of his timing and precision. The fact that he was able to read his opponents and attack at the right time demonstrated a level of boxing acumen that was complementary to his gifted physical abilities. Number 8. Rocky Marciano. It is a credit to Rocky Marciano's relentless dedication and raw knockout power that his career has been so successful. In spite of the fact that Marciano's style was not as sophisticated as that of some of his predecessors, he was able to achieve an unbeaten record thanks to his dogged pursuit of success and his powerful right hand. The fact that Marciano has a knockout percentage of 87.76% demonstrates his capacity to conclude fights with a decisive victory. The battles that the Brockton blockbuster participated in were frequently arduous affairs. He would wear his opponents down by employing a high-pressure tactics, and then he would deliver blows that eventually ended the fight. Marciano's history as an unbeaten knockout king firmly establishes his position as one of the greatest fighters the sport has ever seen. Number 7. Joe Louis. Joe Louis, also known as the Brown Bomber, was the undisputed champion of the heavyweight division in the years leading up to World War II during the time period. The ability of Louis to mix technique and power in a fluid manner was unparalleled throughout his time period. He possessed a powerful jab and a right hand that was so destructive that it was devastating. During his reign, Louis was able to successfully defend his title a total of 25 times, a record that served him well for many years. The knockout victory that he achieved against Max Schmeling and Billy Conn are considered to be among the most significant moments in the history of the sport. With his status as a knockout king and as a symbol of optimism, Louis has had an incalculable impact on the sport of boxing. Number 6. Sugar Ray Robinson. Although Sugar Ray Robinson was known as the Sugar Man, his moniker may have given the impression that he had a pleasant personality. He was actually a relentless force with remarkable knockout power inside the ring. Robinson's career stretched 3 decades, and throughout that time, he displayed an impressive knockout rate of 85%. The knockout victories that Robinson achieved were frequently the result of a mix of speed, footwork, and precision punching that proved to be quite effective. The fights that Robinson fought against Jake LaMotta, particularly the Street Valentine's Day Massacre, are examples of his ability to dominate and finish opponents in a dramatic manner. Number 5. Sonny Liston. During his time period, Sonny Liston was considered to be one of the most feared heavyweights due to his intimidating appearance and imposing physique. The knockout power that Liston possessed, notably in his left jab and forceful hooks, was a significant factor in his leadership during the latter half of the 1950s and the early 1960s. He demonstrated his ability to end fights fast and decisively via his fights against Floyd Patterson and Muhammad Ali, as well as his 2 contests with Muhammad Ali. There is no denying the impact that Liston had as a knockout king, despite the fact that he was involved in controversy outside of the ring. Number 4. Julio Cesar Chavez. As a result of his unrelenting pressure and powerful body punches, Julio Cesar Chavez, who was born in Mexico, became a legendary figure. Chavez's knockout victories were frequently the product of a methodical technique in which he methodically broke down opponents with precise combinations. The fact that Chavez has been successful in a number of different weight classes and has an astounding knockout rate of 89% has solidified his position as one of the most dominant knockout kings in the lighter weight divisions. It was his fighting style and his ability to finish fights in a spectacular manner that won him followers all over the world. Number 3. George Foreman. There are 2 distinct chapters in the story of George Foreman's career. Foreman was a wrecking ball in his younger years, and he was famous for his thundering right hand and his imposing size. The knockout victories he achieved over Joe Frazier and Ken Norton were evidence of his dominance in the heavyweight category. Foreman's latter comeback in the 1990s, which included his amazing victory over Michael Moorer to become the oldest heavyweight champion, demonstrated that his knockout power continued to be effective even into his 40s. The fight known as Rumble in the Jungle between Foreman and Muhammad Ali is still considered to be a landmark in the history of boxing, since it exemplifies Foreman's ability to knock out opponents. Number 2. Thomas Hearns. Thomas Hitman Hearns, who was born and raised in Detroit, developed the nickname Motor City Cobra because to the poisonous punches that he threw. Furthermore, Hearns possessed outstanding knockout power, notably in his right hand, and he was a world champion in multiple weight classes. The spectacular fights that Hearns fought against Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler demonstrated his ability to deliver blows that ended fights against some of the most talented professionals of his age. As a result of his adaptability and power across weight classes, he established himself as the undisputed king of knockouts. Number 1. Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's journey in boxing is nothing short of extraordinary. Starting as a flyweight, which is one of the lighter weight classes, Pacquiao quickly rose through the ranks due to his incredible technique and knockout power. What makes him stand out is not just his skill in the ring, but also his ability to conquer championships in multiple weight classes. Pacquiao's fighting style is marked by explosive quickness and unrelenting aggression. These qualities, combined with his seamless transition between different weight divisions, showcase his versatility as a boxer. His remarkable technique and knockout power have made him a modern-day knockout king, earning him recognition and admiration from fans worldwide. What sets Pacquiao apart is not just his ability to win, but how he wins. His knockout victories over notable opponents like Oscar de la Hoya and Ricky Hatton have solidified his place in boxing history. These triumphs are not just wins. They are moments forever etched in the annals of the sport, showcasing Pacquiao's extraordinary talent and establishing him as one of the most celebrated figures in boxing. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.